Today I am proposing to Dave, my wonderful boyfriend of 5 years and a week. I'm doing that with a group of people, friends and family, my family, Dave's family, and our close friends that I'm very comfortable with. And I conceived of this idea of proposing to him via a flash mob. I thought about it about a year and a half ago. I told my sister Pam first that I wanted to marry him. So he and I have been together about 3.5 years. And Pam gave me her blessing and said that it was about time. And then I shortly thereafter asked his parents for their blessing, and his mom was beyond excited, and his dad was happy and said, "You don't need my blessing to get married." So I had their blessing. Bird. Slide. Up high. A wah wah wah. Right, left, right. A wah wah. Chelsea. I knew I wanted to do something kind of big and showy because that's who I am. So I conceived of doing it to some kind of dance to the song Treasure by Bruno Mars, because I thought it said a lot of happy, affectionate stuff in the song that I felt about Dave. So I contacted my niece Chelsea, who is a dancer and a choreographer. She and I covertly met at a Whole Foods cafe in Wayland, Mass, and talked through the idea and went through the song, talked about who I would be having in the dance. And then I started going to the people that I wanted to be in the dance one by one and telling them that I wanted to propose to Dave and I wanted to do like a flash mob. And everybody was very excited, very happy. I don't know how many rehearsals we've had. We've had a dozen rehearsals at least as a group, and then we've had many one-on-ones that I've had with people. Chelsea taught me the dance first so that I was able to then teach people if Chelsea couldn't be there. And people have been busting their asses for us to do this, going outside their comfort zones, learning these moves, practicing when they weren't with us, and it's meant a lot to me that people have done this for us. I mean, it's extraordinary the work that they put in and the time they put in, and it makes me feel really loved.
We sat down at a table and we tried to sketch things out on what it was going to be, and things got changed in the middle because he just wants it to be perfect. And I get like these little updated text messages of like, oh, like, are you ready for this one? What do we do about this? And he's just always thinking about it 24/7, which is awesome. He's also paranoid about keeping it a secret. He's been like, hey, yeah, you want to write on my Facebook wall? Just so he doesn't think that he's disappearing for no reason. Like, tell me when to meet up for grad school and things like that. And same with Amanda. He's been having Amanda do that.
I was out to breakfast with Uncle Jason and I think my mom and my brother, and he started talking about it. We're like, oh, when are you gonna propose to Dave already? Like, get on it. And I think he told us like he's starting to formulate an idea kind of, and we're like, oh, like, you know, like next month or something, and he's like, oh no, like next year sometime. We're like, next year.
He told me the plan, it must have been over a year ago, and I just remember thinking, this guy is crazy. Like, this is so involved, like how long it's going to take and how many people are involved and all the logistics that go into making this happen. is nuts, but he's the right kind of nuts, if that makes any sense. Like, he just does things in his own way, and he wants us to be successful.
Jason emailed me and told me, oh, I'm going to ask Dave to marry me, which I totally support. It's long overdue in my opinion, but that's just me. And he said, I'm going to put together a dance. And I said, of course you are. Why wouldn't you have a dance? It can't just be just like, hey, marry me. No, it's got to be a thing. So he said, will you dance? I said, of course I will. Not much of a dancer, as you may have seen from the video. Praying I don't completely F it up come dance day. If I do, I apologize in advance. If I go left, I'm supposed to go right. That seems to be my biggest hurdle.
I always believe that we make our own family. You know, you have your family that you're born with, and then you have the family that you choose, which is your close friends. And that's kind of what this is. You know, it's his family and really close friends that are kind of almost family. Your non-blood family, I guess. And, you know, I definitely feel honored to be a part of this group, and, you know, just so happy for him as if he were my family, instead of just like, oh, my friend, that's cool. And just, it's been really fun, you know, to be part of this group and get together for these rehearsals over the past months. You know, it's been amazing. You know,
Might work better if I hear the music. We do.
Just like it. Just give me a sec. Coming up. Here it is. Looks like she wants to know the truth.
Untrue. So it's like a longer.
yeah, it's a longer like.
Do we crumple down farther to my
Yeah, use the music.
And on the truth.
In the
Looks like.
So I guess that makes sense.
So it's like it's more like your elbow into your stomach, and then you're crossing over. So
I got hooked into this. I'm involved in the dance because Jason and I are so close that how could he not ask me, right? So of course I said yes, and it is a huge involvement, but very happy to do it. I think it's about time, to tell you the truth, because they are so perfect together. I knew it from the moment I met Dave that he was the one. He is just so sweet and special, and we as a family keep kicking Jason to get his act together and ask him already. So we are thrilled to death. And all I can say is it's about time.
There was some random afternoon where I got a phone call from Jason, and Jason like never calls me on like a Wednesday or something. So I was like, what is this about? And he's like, I have this really great idea. I'm gonna propose to Dave, but it's not for like a year and a half. And I was like, why are you waiting so long? And he's like, I have this really elaborate thing. We're gonna do a synchronized dance and all this stuff. And he sold me the idea, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's really thoughtful and like elaborate, so I think that Dave would really appreciate it. I think everybody at some point was like, hey Jason, why didn't you do this sooner? Why are we still stretching it out a year? But he was pretty stuck in, you know, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He had this vision, and so as it gets closer, it's really cool to see it come together.
Originally, I was telling Jason that he really should do Dave's song as a dance to the Muppet Show music, but he just didn't want to do that. Overall, though, I was just really excited when he asked me to do it to be one of the dancers. So yeah, I'm just really glad to be doing it.
Do you want to try the 2 to 3?
Sure.
The third transition?
Yeah. So go to your second spot. What are the words?
Right now it's
rocking.
you did it.
You are my treasure.
Yeah.
That's the words. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 5, 6, 7, go.
You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Hey, you are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. I'm doing it. Honey, you're my golden sun. Gonna make my wish come true. If you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure you. I changed my mind.
I've always wanted to do a dance routine with a group of my friends. And it's one of those things that, why the heck would you ever take the time to do that? Because everyone's busy and they have a life. But Jason is just like, we're gonna do this, and he schedules like a calendar of dance rehearsals, so we're getting together on a regular basis. God, for like practically, it's gonna be over the course of a year by the time we've done this whole thing. So it just feels really great to pull together a choreographed thing with your friends and for your good friends. And so it's just a very cool experience. Like, none of us will ever forget this, and it'll make us always think of how good, good of friends we are with Dave and Jason too.
He is really amped about it. This is a big deal for him. Basically, when he approached me about it, he mentioned that this is something that Dave has always wanted, but Dave's been extremely patient and just kind of like, hey, when you're ready, I'm ready type of thing. So he's the one that wants to make the move because of that, because he's, he wants him to be ready, and they're perfect. I don't know Dave that well, but he's my Uncle Jason. He's so loud. So I know a lot of their relationship, and when he approached me about it, it was at least a year ago.
The shirts, mine says Jason loves Dave, which the cake downstairs says also. Then half the dancers' shirts say Myah, M-Y-A-H, exclamation point. And half the shirts say XOXO. So back when Dave and I first started dating, it was probably like a month or so into when we were dating, he sent me an email and he signed it M-Y-A-H, Dave. So he sent it to me, and I kind of knew what he was trying to do, but I wrote back and I said, Myah? And he wrote back and he said, that he made a spelling error. He meant to write like Mwah, like probably like M-U-A-H, but he'd written M-Y-A-H. So we joked about it afterwards, the M-Y-A-H, and to this day, whenever he sends me an email, he signs it M-Y-A-H, exclamation point. And I've always signed my emails to him XOXO, so that's what the dancer shirts say today. Want Myah or XOXO? So I have had anxiety about getting married because I don't want to get divorced. And I came from a family where my parents were married for almost 50 years before my dad passed away. So Dave also comes from that background where his parents have been together for a very long time. So first of all, I think family is probably one of the most important things that we both have. And we both have families where our being gay didn't matter. I came out very early. He came out very early. I've had my family defending me and having my back for a very long time. And he has too, and I think that makes a big difference in our relationship. We're both comfortable in our own skin, have been for a long time, because we've been able to be true to ourselves for a long time as individuals. So I've sort of worked through the anxiety about getting married with friends and family, and with Dave, and with a good therapist. And for me, Dave is one of the best people that I've ever met in my life. He's a very loyal person. He's a very funny person. He's a smart, ambitious, kind person. And there's nothing there. I could not find more of what I want. I have what I want in Dave. So I would like to stand up in front of my family and friends and say how much I love him and why I love him and marry him. Got my 8 dancers with me. Gonna have rings in my pockets, and I'm gonna ask Dave to marry me. And he should be here in like 20 minutes. And we will dance, and I will make a proposal, and hopefully we will be engaged by the end of the day. I'm about to walk out and meet Dave at his car and take him around back to propose to him. Car's coming down the street now. Just as you are. All right. Grass and stones, grass and stones. Good? Sure. Going down the hill, obviously. You got out. Okay. We're about to turn into the yard. Just duck a little because your lights are there. You're good. All the holes in the grass. There's a drink there if you need it.
I'm good.
There's a chair there if you need it.
I'm good.
You can sit or stand, whatever you want. Okay?
Sure.
DJ Lulu. So, sweetheart. Yes. I love. You've already proven to be a kick-ass boyfriend, and I'd like to see you as a kick-ass fiance and a husband. So, will you marry me?
Of course.
Left hand.
Where does it go?
Here you go.
Ask how long you people.
Forever!
Wow. Hey.
Surprise!
Thank you all.
Oh God, so happy. So happy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
All these excuses for the rest of
Thank you.
Well danced.
Well done. So excited.
Thank you.
Insane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I haven't seen you in so long.
This is the choreographer here.
I figured it had to be one of the two of you, so.
I'm gonna hug them.
Okay.
Thank you.
We looked really good.
I was
We didn't practice that at all.
This has been practiced a long time.
Oh, and I have one for me if you want to give it to me.
Excellent. Yes. Very much like to give you one. And yes, I can't imagine spending the rest of my life with anybody else. Will you marry me?
I will.
I am so excited. A year of practices and emotions building up to this. We all know that Dave and Jason belong together. This was just, you know, the page that needed to be written. And I love them so much. And they're gonna make a great family. And I'm so excited and I can't wait to party. They belong together. Yay! You're getting married.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Take it easy. This took me 5 years.
Oh, don't worry. You kicked the gate open. So how's
How's next week?
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I was half expecting
A ceremony?
almost at that point.
We were
Yeah.
talking about it. We were like, how funny would it be if we were like, oh, when you say yes,
I
it's
would-
happening right now, by the way.
I would expect Johnson. I kind of expected that. So
Like a priest just walked out.
that's just I would have expected that. Like not this bad, but otherwise. Like, that would not have surprised me as much as the whole thing itself. It's just surprised me.
Yeah.
It really is a karaoke party tonight. It is.
It is.
Yes, significant others were not allowed at these rehearsals either.
Yep.
They were closed rehearsals.
They were.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed at the rehearsals. They weren't allowed here tonight, right now. They're all coming in like half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a ticket and a bracelet. And
And when the train, tell them about the train. night too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot the schedule.
That's the
okay.
That's why you
That's
had
why
to be so
3:30.
punctual.
There was a lot of that.
Were any of you present for that phone call? Cause
No.
yeah.
I was sitting on the sidewalk as he drove
yeah.
by on the phone with you.
Oh yeah. So
her.
she was poor little waif here is on the side of the road, sitting on the curb down the street next to a trash can. I haven't found out why, but I'm driving by and talking to you on the phone, so I can't let her in the car because she'll be like. So I just roll on by
No, I like the phone call I get is, hey, what's up? Where are you? Because I'm in a restaurant, at work, like going away lunch for somebody I work with.
Oh, right.
And we're in a Mexican restaurant that is very loud.
Oh my God.
And in the back of the restaurant too. So like all that time that I wasn't talking to you, I was walking through the restaurant to go outside. But he's like, so I need you to be home today at 3:30. Okay. Oh no, actually it was, you need to be done with work at 3. Okay. And home at 3:30. Okay. But not before 3:30. And then I was like, hold on a minute. And I had to go outside because I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I have to be out of work at 3, but not here till 3:30. It takes 10 minutes.
I'm thinking if I tell
Yeah.
you 3, the time it takes you to leave that building,
I know.
people being like,
Yes.
Dave.
As it was, I just walked out on 3 people, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a good excuse now.
I had to be home at exactly
I gotta go, everybody.
Gotta go flash mob.
Well, Jason and Dave are perfect together, I think. Dave's awesome. I love Dave. And I think they balance each other really well, I think. Dave's such a sweetheart. Jason's so mean. So it works out well. And they just are always having fun together, which I think is great.
Even from when the early stages of the relationship, when I first met Dave, and knowing Jason for as long as I had, they just seemed like a good fit for one another. They seemed to balance each other well. All the things that Jason sometimes worries about, Dave seems to not stress about so much, and vice versa. I think they're just a good match. They balance each other out well. You know, they're definitely in it for the long haul, and they're a good fit. I really like Dave. Dave seems to really love Jason, which is the most important thing to me as Jason's friend. I didn't know Dave before this, but he seems to really love Jason, and that's what's important to me.
I love my little brother. I am so happy for him. He could not have found a more perfect mate. I can tell he loves Dave dearly. I can tell when Dave looks at Jason, he loves him dearly. So I cannot be more thrilled. They are a special couple, and I am so happy that Jason found Dave, and he is going to be part of my family. As a matter of fact, I want to switch Jason out. Take Dave for myself.
I'm just so happy. I'm just really happy for Dave and Jason to have met each other. Each of them had, weird relationships, weird partners in the past that didn't quite fit or make them happy. And so then when they met, and when I remember like our family meeting Jason for the first time, and afterwards we were all like, yes, he's good. Let's hope that he comes to each of the family events afterwards. And so then it's just great. It's just such a natural fit. They get along. They complement each other really well. Jason's just like such a natural fit in our family, and so it's perfect. It just feels so comfortable. It's like I've got another brother now. So I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward to the wedding and everything, and just this whole celebration that's going to come up.
I definitely feel like they're soulmates. I mean, like real soulmates. That they just connect. They're funny. They're adventurous. They go on random trips. They laugh. They make each other laugh. They make everyone around them laugh. They have so much love to give. It's why Jason is one of my son's godfathers. He's been one of my very best friends for a very long time. And the fact that he found Dave and Dave found him, it's great. I mean, there's really no words to describe the happiness that I have, and I'm sure that everyone else here today has, knowing that they're going to be so happy, and they both deserve